patterns repeat because human psychology never changes. The goal isn't to memorize everything that you see here. Everything that you see here on charts, the goal isn't to memorize everything and try to chase everything. The goal is just for you to master 3 or 2 to 5 patterns. And I'll show you how to actually spot these patterns instantly. Now, the easiest pattern for you to spot when it comes to the market, and I'll show you how to actually use it in line with how we actually trade. Now, we have an M, which is a pattern that shows a reversal like this. That's your pattern that we're looking for. But I want you to understand how to apply it using time frame, how to align which is like the best actually asset to trade the M's, the reversal patterns, and where can you find them. It's simple. Now, step 1, you choose the core pattern that you're actually interested in. But I recommend that you choose the M and you also choose the W. Simple. Now we have many patterns, the flags, the head and shoulders, the triangle, the trend lines. These are patterns, right? Even trend line, the 1, 2, 3, it's a pattern, right? Because basically it's trying to look at the 3 touches, 1, 2, 3. That's your pattern. Now, let's look at the M and W. Where can you find it? Which is the best asset? How to align it together, and how you can actually make money using it. Right. Now, let's actually look at time frame selection. We tap here. This is our time frame. If you have an iPhone, you will see the time frame somewhere here. So you choose the time frame. In this case, you go to 15M. I recommend that you choose 15M. Right. Why choose 15M? It's because you'll be able to trade half the day and half the day. Now, you go to quotes. Right, open this is MetaTrader 5. You scroll way down, you see this is gold. You tap here, tap charts, and what are you looking for here? You are looking to trade the M's and W. It's that simple. Now, this is your W here. It's easy to spot it. You can tap here also if you're someone who's actually familiar with the line chart. You choose the line chart here. You go way down. You'll be able to see the line chart, but I don't recommend the line chart because it will not be able to show you the candlestick the way you will not be able to see the chart the same way that you see the candlestick. So this line chart is only mostly focused on the closing price, so it might actually confuse you. So you just go back, use the candlesticks because it's just graphics and it's much better to spot it. See, this is your W. You take a buy, you exit. How do you exit? How you take a buy? Let me explain that to you. You tap this icon here, right? You're not using this icon to buy because you're supposed to use market execution. You're supposed to buy now and sell now. So this is just this demonstration to understand the points that you're expecting, the entry, and also the stop loss. This is the asset that I recommend because I've been using it. I've been trading for years, and this is how I actually trade gold and how I started to make money when I trade gold. Now you can just put it somewhere here. You can say this is our W, and I'll take a buy. So let's check the TP, and profit is actually 1,000 points. Now this is 900 points, right? This is 900 points. So if you scroll way down, the movement from where it actually moved from where it started and to where it is, I will count and see if it's actually 1,000 points. If it was 1,000 points, I'll get out. But my entry will be here, which means in this case, the profit here is 900 points. And if it's 900 points, this is 900 because I'm using one standard lot. Some of you might not know what is standard lot and how it works. We have another tutorial on this channel. I explain what is standard lot, right? Now, I'll actually expect to profit 900. I will take 1 trade per day. All right, if I see the setup, if sometimes I'll make losses, because make sure that you please understand that we do take losses, right? It doesn't mean that if right now I'm teaching you in this way, we're not going to take losses. Let's look for another example. Let's scroll all the way like this. You see here, we did take a loss on this day. Yesterday, it was on the 13th August, and let's place a stop loss. This is what I wanted to explain about the stop loss. So for me, the stop loss that I take, it's actually maximum 300 points. It says maximum at 300 points. So if I was to take a sell here, I was gonna lose here because of what? Because of the market just went up and I made a loss, right? In some cases, you might actually make a loss and it will actually move in that direction. So you don't have to chase the market, you don't have to do anything, just have to accept that it happened that way. Right, let's actually look for another example that happened. This is another example. We don't have any M's and W there, and we do have another one here. Let's put it here. And remember, the trade, you close it before the end of the day. While we're trading on the same day, this is the low of the day, and scroll it up 1,000 points, and 1,000 points was achieved here. Right, was achieved here. Stop loss 300 points. Confirmation, I just look at the M's and W. That's the pattern that I'm looking for. So this is the only way that I know, but I want to find it at the low of the day or the half of the day. Let's look for another example. All right, another example. Here we had the M was did not actually reach this area. So let's look for another example, and I'll be trading on gold. But for now, I'm not using the strategy because I'm focusing on the bigger picture, right? I don't want to actually keep beyond the smaller picture. Though you'll make money here, just that for me, I don't prefer, right? I don't prefer trading this in this way at the moment, right? If you find a W inside between the half of the day and the low of the day, you do not trade it. I don't recommend trading it. You can trade it, but I don't recommend it. Let's look for another example. All right, here's another example where we had a loss. You see, now you can be able to start to count to see for the month of August how many trades you had, how many trades you lost. See here, this is where we had was supposed to have a sell, right? Now, and if you want to actually advance yourself or start the way that I did, you can advance you can actually master the M's, because the M's and W, you don't just have M's and W. The M's and W's, there is a pattern, there's a way for using them. You can see this one. Let's use this order here. Let's say this was we made a sell here, and it came all the way down here, but it did not reach our 1,000 points, so it returned, and we're not focusing on that. So let's actually look for another example, and there's another example here, and this one did work well because I want to see the M above. You see this period separator here, this is the 28th of July, and this is the only M that we have for the day. So what happened previously on the previous day doesn't affect what's happening at on this day. So let me see how much money we're able to reach the 1,000 points. You see the 1,000 points here, we're able to reach that. So if we took the sell there, simple. But then please backtest this, check it for yourself, and look at if it's actually applicable. You'll be able to actually use it. So this is the only way for you to actually trade the patterns like I did when I started. And when you risk, make sure that if you like to risk like I do, you want to actually have big accounts, or you want to pass a Profirm account. Some of you might not know what a Profirm account is, but for me, I stick to gold. This is my Profirm account, and I'm using a different strategy now. If some of you are asking, Bozza, what strategy are you using here to make this much profit? Let's go to section codes, and this is the USD JPY. I like it, right? I like the USD JPY. So I'm trading the low of the day and half of the day, but I'm using the same time frame, 15M. And I look at the low, I look at the high here. This is not the half of the day. The half of the day is here on the opening of this candlestick, and I look at the break of the low here. Once I see the break of the low here, I know that if right now we test, we move all the way down, I look at this movement here. If we have any engulfing, and yes, indeed, we have this engulfing here when it turned and make a higher price here. And then it came back and tested that higher price there, and now it's going all the way down here. So this is how actually I know that we are moving that direction. So if you like to actually advance yourself, or you advance your skill and get better experience, and that's how we trade this market, this is how we can do it. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you like to get a Profirm account, you click here, right? This Bozza Trader channel, scroll it all the way down, you will see Profirm. You click here, and then you actually join. If you like to trade using the synthetic indices, trading on the same strategy, with the same strategy that I'm sharing, you click on this link and register a trading account. If you have a trading account, that's okay, that's fine. You can also connect with me if you like to actually have mentorship lessons and you like to maybe join for signals. So I like to share the strategy for everybody so that you understand what you need to do when it comes to making analysis. So I love you all, and I'll see you on another tutorial.